Welcome to our moving into spring, end of March 2018 reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all spiritual. We're all psychic. We're all children of God. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future or be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. If you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist that I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the lyrics, in the songs, or just enjoy the music. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome to our moving into spring, end of March 2018 check-in reading. Thank you so much for being here. Now for today's reading, I have a bunch of different decks of cards to use. So let's begin. Let's get clarity on the energies coming through at the end of March 2018, moving into spring. I'm so ready for spring for sure. So let's begin with something brand new. This is the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Let's start with one card. Get some general advice, wisdom, and clarity for the end of March 2018. Oh, we have playfulness coming through in March. Are you having enough fun? Is there fun in your world? Laughter in your world? This is a playful, youthful, joyful energy where time flies by and you wish you had more of it. This is not something being like dragging through the mud. This is a happy, youthful, beautiful energy. So it could be playing with your kids, playing with your grandchildren. Maybe you are a teacher, you work with children, or feeling like a kid. You know, what did you do when you were a child that you want to do again, you want to try? Or what can you try now that makes you feel like a kid again? I just thought of baseball or like wiffle ball or t-ball, something like that. Maybe it's a sport, going to a sport event, doing something with your body, being physical. It makes me think of doing crafts as a kid as well. So maybe you have children or maybe there's crafts you can do. I just thought of those adult coloring books. Maybe you're drawing outside the lines and something, maybe not doing something necessarily by the rules. I want to say cooking. Maybe you can make something fun. I just thought of teaching kids to cook. So maybe you are teaching children. Maybe you can make chores more fun. You know, put some good music on as you clean your house and it doesn't feel like such a chore. This is adding more fun in your world. Maybe you need to schedule it in. You know, schedule that vacation, schedule in some time off. Maybe it's something really spontaneous. You know, thinking of a friend, calling them up, sending the text and going out. Maybe doing something on your own, just getting out of the house, doing something different. It makes me think of somebody like stuck at the desk, like papers piled up, stuck at home doing something. Maybe it's just getting outside, breathing in some fresh air, connecting with nature, taking your dog on a walk. I see somebody like singing in the shower, like, you know, with the back brush as the microphone, maybe singing like nobody can hear you with good acoustics. So maybe music is important, playing games. I think of video games a little bit, but you might be like me and not have a TV. So maybe it is something creative. Maybe signing up for a class, signing up for something fun. I just thought of bowling. Maybe you're joining like a bowling league or going out with your boys, going out with the girls, taking your family out. maybe somebody else needs to get out of the house and you're the one coming in to add a little spice into their life. I keep thinking of bowling. It makes me think of like the glow-in-the-dark bowling. Maybe like roller skating, something like that you did as a kid. I keep thinking sports, physical energy. Maybe it's getting in touch with your physical body. Maybe that helps rebalance your energies. Maybe you don't play enough. Maybe you play too much and you need to schedule more time to clean or to get back to work or to do something. It's finding a balance in your world, but I feel like it's adding more play somewhere, making something that feels like it's a task you have to do more fun so it doesn't feel so draining, so you enjoy it more. I keep seeing the shower, so it makes me think of like the weird crayons that they have where you can like draw on the walls in the bath, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe do something a different way so it's fun. Playfulness is coming through, so this could be hanging around people in your world that make you laugh. I just think of like tickling energy. Maybe there's something itchy that you've been wanting to do, or you've been thinking about calling somebody up and now is the time to make that phone call. I just thought of parties too. So maybe there's an invitation coming into your world to go do something. Maybe it's spontaneous. Maybe it's planned. I'm thinking like surprise party even. Maybe I'm thinking like themes. Maybe something like Gatsby theme or 70s theme or funny hat day or something like that where you can make something more fun. There's a youthful energy coming through. It's important to pay attention to your own youthful energy, you know, to be spontaneous, to do something different, to play a little bit, to let loose a little bit somewhere in your world, to get out of the house. Let's get clarity on playfulness. I just thought of a weird song. I wear my sunglasses at night. The Corey Hart song. That song came on the radio one time when I was driving and I had the radio way up and it actually blew out 4 speakers in my car. So maybe you need to crank up the volume on something, you know, change the music up, maybe play that bass. I just thought of was that Meghan Trainor? Play the bass or slap the bass or something like that. I think there's another song like slap the bass. I'll try to find both and put them below. Let's get clarity on playfulness coming through late March 2018. Speaking of playfulness, this deck of cards is called the Housewife's Tarot. They're pretty fun. I've never used them in a reading. So let's get clarity on playfulness coming through in March 2018. Being spontaneous, perhaps planning something so you can have more fun, so you can like revise your energy, recharge your batteries. I feel like I keep seeing a desk and like papers piled up, or like maybe even like I want to say like a messy playroom or a messy room in your house. Maybe it's overwhelming and you can't like even play if it's like creative energy or something. Maybe if there's too much ruckus, too much clutter going on, it's hard to have room to move, to play, to hula hoop in, do something like that. So maybe you need to clear the clutter, something like that. Maybe make it fun, maybe make it easy so it's not so overwhelming. Maybe one cupboard at a time, you know, one bag of garbage a day, one closet a day. Something like that will make it easier to clean up. I'm thinking of like kids and making a mess, and so maybe there's a mess that needs to be cleaned up. Maybe it's doing one corner at a time so it's not so overwhelming. Maybe it's organization. I keep seeing crafts too. So maybe organizing something so that you know where everything is and you can feel more creative and more free with your energy. Yeah, I see like a toy chest or something. And then I just thought of like different cubby holes or different sections on a shelf. So maybe it's kids. Maybe you and your family can divvy tasks and chores out so that everybody helps out and everybody has a chance to do something so it doesn't feel so overwhelming for maybe one person in particular. Maybe that's you. Maybe even a little discipline will help with more playfulness later. Now, let's see. Let's get clarity on playfulness. Late March 2018. There's our bath. So we have the Hermit coming through. So this is more you time. The Hermit, I love this card. I love these cards. The soaps say Luxe. Maybe you make soaps or something like that. I have a friend that gave me handmade soap and chapstick, and it's amazing. Maybe it's more you time, doing something alone, going to the movies by yourself, going out by yourself. If nobody wants to go, maybe you'll meet somebody interesting when you're out. This could be scheduling in some more time for you. The Hermit comes through. It's usually Major Arcana, number 9. It's a Virgo card, but it's paying attention to your own intuition. It's turning on your own inner light, your inner guidance system to do something. So having more you time, more relaxation will bring answers for what you have to do later. So I love that she's in a bubble bath. This card is awesome. So eventually the Hermit is a guide to others. Perhaps in the beginning, you know, they follow your light a little bit, but it's really to help them turn on their own inner light so they have their own inner guidance system that they're working through and, you know, using. So perhaps this is leading by example. This is spending more time with you, pampering yourself a little bit, you know, going for a massage, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, doing something that makes you feel good. Sometimes a little tweak, a little change, a little self-care goes a long way. It makes you feel better if you are running on empty. You know, if you're giving from an empty plate, it's time to give back to yourself a little. This could be somebody else coming through to give you a little help as well. So you have a little bit of time for yourself, maybe a babysitter coming through. Maybe it's just 5 minutes, you know, that makes a big difference in your world. I love that I saw the bath before, and here's a bath. I mean, I saw a shower, but she's enjoying her bath. So taking a bubble bath, having more time to rest even. Maybe you're getting ready to go out for the night, go out for tea with the girls, with your friends, with your family for the afternoon. This could be getting ready for something. I see you getting all dressed up afterwards, or perhaps putting on a Snuggie, going to bed, reading a good book, having the answers come through meditation, you know, quiet relaxation. This is putting something away and allowing something to unfold, to come through you naturally, like answers that come later, not when you're pushing them to happen. So usually the Hermit is like an old man in a cloak, holding a lantern, going into a cave. So here you're going into your fancy little bathtub and having some you time. It doesn't have to be a scary cave. It could be the man cave, you know, something like that. Maybe having a room to yourself or a corner that's yours, where you feel like it's your own little place to meditate, to do your crafts, to enjoy yourself somewhere. So maybe it is making yourself a sacred space somewhere. You know, maybe it's getting up in the morning and doing a little meditation, doing some yoga, some stretching. Maybe it's just taking a walk around the neighborhood. Having a little you time brings answers, you know, and being playful. So I feel like these are both pampering cards. This one's really fun and this one's really fun, but they're different energies. So I feel like it's time to fill up your plate, to give some energy back to you. You know, do something for you, something you enjoy, you like to do. Something special for you, a little treat. Sometimes the Hermit is also a spiritual guide. You know, I want to say also that leading by example thing. So maybe somebody else is running on empty and they see you taking care of yourself a little bit. Maybe it's getting somebody else out of their mundane everyday tasks and taking somebody else out for lunch, for dinner, to go get your nails done, something like that. And that really, I'm getting like communication. Maybe it restores a relationship. It brings new communication, a new connection coming into your world. Maybe a new idea sparks somewhere. Here you're alone. Maybe it's just meditating, doing some visualization on what you want to occur in your world, the good seeds you want to plant in your world, and leave it open-ended. How it's going to manifest might not be usual. It might be an unusual way. I just thought of a really random song. I think it's called Not So Usual by Jason Mraz. I feel like it's an older song. I'll put that below. It's been a while since I heard it. Maybe something in the lyrics. Not so usual. Something, yeah, I'll put that below. I also see the curtain here. So maybe the curtain is being drawn. You know, you need to open up the shades. Let some light into a situation. Let some light into your house. Open up your windows. I feel like it's a recharging of the batteries here. So let's get clarity on the Hermit and playfulness coming through for March. I have the Animal Tarot. Let's get further clarity on recharging your batteries, paying attention to your own intuition, your own inner light. Let your light shine, you know, those ideas that keep popping up inside of you. I feel like they're clues. If something keeps reappearing in your thoughts, in your gut, that you should do something, that you should make a call, go with the flow, go with those clues, make that phone call, have that conversation with somebody. I keep getting like following the clues. I just saw like, you know, this brought me back to the traditional hermit where he goes in the cave, and I saw him turning on the lantern and then seeing like the petroglyphs, or like, you know, the writing on the wall. So maybe, I don't know, once that conversation starts, once that light is turned on, you see the whole picture of something, or something can unfold. Maybe it was in the dark before, something's coming to light. 9 is also almost completion, and it's a major energy coming through with the major arcana. So something is almost complete. Maybe you just need a little recharging of the batteries to finish something. Let's get clarity on the Hermit, number 9, and playfulness. Oh, we have another 9. Oh, there's a little Pomeranian here. I actually went to see a little Pomeranian slash Collie Labrador. That was a frisky little Pomeranian male puppy today. I'm thinking of a puppy. I'm not sure if that's gonna come about, but I used to have a Pomeranian. They're such happy little dogs. So 9 of Summer is like the 9 of Cups. This is a beautiful energy coming through. It's a wish card. It's having a wish come true. Having some beautiful energy comes through that feels fulfilling. It's an emotionally fulfilling card. It's having everything right there. It's the open bar. You have to pay attention to this card, you know, that you don't take everything that comes through. You just take enough, you know, just enough to fill you up. And it's usually where it's like the genie in the bottle. It's like you have abundance with this card, so you can give it away. So maybe you need to fill up your own energy so you can give something away. This could be somebody else coming through, helping you out, and something that makes you feel really good, that puts some life into your world. Oh, there's a little genie lamp here. So, this is a wish coming true. It's a really happy card. It's emotionally fulfilling when this card comes through. So something is going to make you feel really good in March. This is a nice reading. 9 of Summer is like the 9 of Cups. Look at all the toys. I saw the toy box before. So you have all these toys all over the place. Maybe it's just time to clean them up so all the toys are now, and focus on the favorite toy at a time. Or at least clean up when you're done if you want to play with all the toys at once. I keep seeing like the toy chest or something. That's cute. Look at these little dog toys, the squeaky toys, the bunny. The cookies are there. So maybe there's a puppy energy. Maybe some of you are getting a new animal, a new cat. Maybe you're adopting. Let's let's see, Pomeranian dog. Now is the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how it'll happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's still yet to come. So I don't know why I just thought of like a cake baking in the oven and the timer goes off, or like a casserole, something like that that's being that's cooking in the oven and the timer went off, but you go to check, you stick the toothpick in and it's gooey in the inside. So perhaps something you need to come back later, you know, wait for something to finish, to be prepared to grow for you. Maybe something's not quite ready, but it will be. So follow those clues, see what blessings are coming into your world. There's blessings coming in for sure when this card comes through. It might not be all at once. Maybe it's just that one thing, and that leads you to the next, and that leads you to the next. So pay attention to the blessings because they're coming into your world for sure in March. You know, focus on the good things that are happening. Focus on the small miracles, the big miracles that happen. The more we notice, the more it happens in our world. Talk about those miracles. Maybe somebody else has a similar experience and you would never know unless you had that conversation, you know, unless you were excited about telling them about this awesome thing that happened. You know, sometimes it's just having a conversation with someone and then walking outside and having that conversation somehow manifest or unfold in real life in your world. I always give the pink Cadillac example. You know, like one time I had a conversation about a pink Cadillac and I went outside and there was one parked by my car randomly. This was in New York City and the car was like from Georgia or something. How did it find my car? I was just talking about that. That's a miracle. That's awesome. That's synchronicity coming into your world. Pay attention to those things. I was also one time, I thought about if I had a car, I would want it to be every color in the rainbow. And I was thinking about what color would it be? Would it be orange? Would it be pink? Would it be blue? And when I walked outside the supermarket, there was a red, yellow, or red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, and white car all around me. How awesome is that? Those are awesome things that happen in our world. The more we notice, the more it happens. Sometimes it's something silly, like a bumper sticker. You know, maybe the person is going really slow in front of you, but maybe when they get to that stop sign and you get closer to the car, you realize that that bumper sticker they had on the back of their car was meant for you. You know, it was just what you needed to see. So pay attention to miracles, to things that make you happy, even if they're small and silly and you're the only one that understands it. It's okay. That's cool. So now is the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that is still yet to come. So something is still unfolding. Something is still becoming. So allow it to happen in divine timing, you know, in unusual means, not necessarily how you planned it. Perhaps it's something spontaneous that finds its way into your world. So we're going to get one more card. I'm going to the Oracle of Visions for the end of the reading. Let's get clarity on the Pomeranian dog. Now is the time for your dreams to come true. Don't worry about how it'll happen. Give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's still to come. Let you see that. And the Hermit. Major Arcana 9. Your own inner guidance system, having some you time. It could also be like a spiritual growth spurt coming through in March. I feel like the Hermit is a spiritual card. And then you have playfulness. So having more fun. You know, spending time with people that make you laugh. Laughing more. Doing something fun for you, even if it's silly. Even if it's like a few minutes a day or a few minutes in your schedule. You know, what do you need to rearrange so you can do something? Change something up. All right, let's get one card, clarity on playfulness, the Hermit, and the Nine of Summer. And we have some more toys. So Number 34, that's a 7. I think of a 7 as a spiritual number on the right road, the road to truth, spirituality. Here you have, you're breaking out of something. You know, you're getting out of the mud. The stallion is coming out instead of the rocking, or the, I want to say rocking horse, but like the carousel horse. I just thought of carousel. I'll put a song by Carousel below. I just thought of If I Loved You, so I'll put that one below. You have Pinocchio here, or like a marionette, and then I want to say like a Raggedy Ann doll. So the toys, maybe you're, I don't know, I want to say, first I want to say growing up, but maybe like breaking back into being youthful somehow. You know, sometimes I see this, like you're in your little globe here, you're stuck in your own little world, you're doing the same mundane thing over and over like a hamster wheel. You know, the same thing all the time, going through the motions, and this is breaking out, reaching out of something, breathing again, feeling alive, feeling like a stallion. So, I like this card. That's cool. So there's a lot of playful energy coming through. Maybe this is having a solution, you know, yeah, I'm getting like a spontaneous, I want to say conclusion or answer to a prayer, like solution. That's what I'm thinking, to something. All right. It could be like through the mouths of babes. Like sometimes a child or like someone younger that knows nothing about what you're talking about in your world can give you just the right answer. So maybe pay attention to things that people say that feel like answered prayers, you know, like a blessing in disguise kind of thing. All right, 34 is breaking free and chasing a dream. Let you see this. So a horse is the projection of people's dreams about themselves, strong, powerful, beautiful. And it has the capability of giving us escape from our mundane existence. Pam Brown. Finally breaking free, a real horse embodying a true inner spirit escapes from the carnival shell, which represented his existence up until this point. The constant repetition finally ends as he soars through his glass confinement. It's like getting out of the playpen, but still having more fun. Like you weren't having fun in the playpen, and now it's time to get out and have some fun. His escape and transformation is witnessed with awe and incredulity, but also with envy by those he leaves behind. This card represents the numbing routine of daily life. For example, the mindless repetition of the morning commute. What might be comforting familiarity to some can become claustrophobic, choking of our inner spirit. We occasionally escape through dreams of what might be, but at some point we may act upon them to the amazement of others. So this is doing something that you're dreaming about and making it happen rather than having it stuck in your head. Do something spontaneous. Do something fun. Do something that nobody expects. Maybe not even you. All right, guys, I hope this reading was helpful. I hope the rest of your month is beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.